I was just wondering if this tree, the Dombeo, is going to bloom. I haven't seen any blossoms in so long. And here they are. Good morning from the garden. And you know what I have today? I have a double feature, I think. I'm going to try and get the two videos done. The first video is an interview with my friend Kelly McLaughlin, and she lives here in Panama, in El Valle, but she runs a business from the United States. So I thought it'd be interesting to chat with her for people who are, interested in moving to Panama, but just maybe want the flexibility of still, having a business in the States. And then I'm gonna have a garden update that I did on a day that was kind of like today, where there was sun. Yesterday we had sun in the morning. So enjoy, get a nice big cup of coffee or tea or a latte or a matcha latte, and I hope you enjoy the videos. Taffy is ready for her interview. Hey, you guys, I'm talking with my friend Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Patty.
Kelly stayed at my Airbnb a couple of years ago when she was exploring Panama. Tell everyone how you decided Panama was for you.
Well, I had been going to Costa Rica for the last 20 years and loved Costa Rica, but kind of got tired of the heat at the beach. And I was just looking online for different areas, Nicaragua, um, something cheaper because Costa Rica has gotten so expensive. And I happened to happen upon a video on Panama. And so I kind of started going down that rabbit hole. And I just really enjoyed what I was seeing about Panama. And I went on a tour a couple of years ago and then ended up in El Valle because this is where I really wanted to be. Actually, I wanted to see El Valle. And it just so happened that I had been following Patty on her YouTube channel, and her casita was all done. And so I stayed there. I came here and stayed here for 4 days, and I fell in love with Panama. And on one of my walks, I happened to see a property that was for sale, and ended up contacting the lady and renting it for a year. So, and then after a year, I decided to buy my own house, and I've been in here for a year. So,
All right,
yeah.
now wait. I have to correct something. I remember you immediately wanting to buy something. I'm going to start a food forest. I'm going to grow this. I'm going to grow that. Isn't that more accurate?
Yes. No, when I first got you, I wanted like a big piece of land. I'd been watching all these permaculture videos on YouTube, and I wanted to grow fruit trees and veggies and everything. I wanted a huge piece of land to do that. And yes, Patty, you did say don't do anything for a while, and I didn't. I kind of rented for a year, looked at a
And
lot
you
of
did. Yeah,
houses.
you looked at a
I
lot. And
looked
you
at a
even
lot.
went to a different area in Panama just to make sure that El Valle was the choice for you,
Yes, I
right?
did. On my tour, I saw a lot of different places. One of the places that I really wanted to go look at was Santa Fe.
Mm.
And I did go up to Santa Fe, and it's gorgeous up there, but it was just too remote and too tiny, and there was nothing going on. So I did go check out Santa Fe, and I'm glad that I didn't do anything drastic or dramatic for a year, because it ended up that I realized that having a large piece of property, especially in this climate where it rains a lot, you're just weed whacking all day long.
Yeah. And you're happy with the house that you have now?
Yes, yeah, I've got a house. It's I'd say about a half an acre, and fruit trees, a lot of water features, and yeah, I love the house.
Um, and how long would you say it took to kind of settle into the way of life in Panama? Because things are different. We've talked about that, how you have to have patience, right? How long before it kind of felt like you were in the rhythm of Panama?
Um, well, I would say it took a good 6 months, because, yeah, I'd say about 6 months because, it's a different culture for one thing. And if you don't speak Spanish, and you've got a gardener that comes because you have to have a gardener here. I mean, everything grows like crazy. I mean, if you stood still long enough, you'd plant roots as well. So, getting used to the language, getting used to mañana, like Mexico. It's like everything is tomorrow. And, but, I had spent 20 years off and on in Costa Rica, and I did grow up in Africa. So I kind of had that third world country vibe already in my bones, in my DNA.
Mm-hmm. And you were adaptable to new
Yes, yeah.
environments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Kelly, you have a business in the US called Flower Child. Can you tell my subscribers just about the business that you have in the States?
Yeah, sure. So, Flower Child is a CBD business that we started in 2014. So it's around 11 years old, and started in Oregon. We were one of the first companies to have CBD. This was like before anybody even knew what CBD was, and Oregon had just made uh, cannabis legal recreationally, and so we were in. I'd say by the end of 2017, we were in about 100 different dispensaries throughout Oregon. And then, of course, they changed the rules and they basically kicked all the hemp processors out of the dispensaries. So we moved to Colorado and started our business there. And so we extracted the cannabinoids from hemp. So we would order these big, huge totes of hemp biomass and process all of that, manufacture it, and we'd end up with this black extract, which was a full spectrum um, cannabis extract that had the terpenes in it, the flavonoids in it, all of the cannabinoids, including a little bit of THC. You could have 0.3% THC in the product, so that's what our products have in it. And we kind of started in Oregon and ended up in Colorado, and the business just kind of took off from there.
What are some of the more popular products that you have?
So we sell CBD, we have CBG, and we have a blend of the two. And those are tinctures that we have. We also have a sleep tincture. We sell CBDA, which is a tincture, and that doesn't make you feel sleepy, or it's non-psychoactive. So it's the CBD before it gets heated up. When you heat cannabis, it decarboxylates, and that's what gives you the high, like for THC, for instance. If you just ate raw THC flower, you would not get high, but it's the fact that it gets heated up when you smoke it that decarboxylates it, and there's a chemical reaction, and it makes you high. So the CBDA is non-decarboxylated, and it doesn't affect, you don't feel anything, whereas the CBD that we have for our tinctures is more of a sedative. So you will feel a little bit sleepy. It helps with anxiety, it helps with depression, it helps with pain, relaxes you. It's great.
Do you find that people who are dealing with cancer treatments, is this appropriate for them? I
Yeah,
mean, I know you're not a doctor, not a medical thing, we
yeah,
have to
yeah.
say those
And
disclaimers,
yeah,
but yeah.
let's make that disclosure that this is just recommendations.
Yeah.
So we do have cancer patients that will take just the extract. So the extract is very, very potent, and we sell that in syringes. And a lot of people will use the extract for cancer. There's a lot of parents that are using the CBG extract for kids with autism because the CBG has shown miraculous, absolutely miraculous results with people and kids who are on the autism spectrum.
And you have some links on your website to that, I believe, right?
Yeah, you can go to our website, flowerchildcbd.com, and all of the products are there. We have salves as well, which are really, really wonderful, wonderful products because not only do they contain CBD, CBG, or a blend of the two, they also have 7 different healing herbs that are infused into the carrier oil for 8 hours. And so all of that goodness is extracted into the oil, and then we add the CBD or CBG and beeswax, and to make it a little thicker, and it works for absolutely everything. It's wonderful for any itching that you might have, like psoriasis, eczema, bug bites, mosquito bites, bee stings, and works great for burns, arthritis, bruises, bumps. It works great for everything.
All right, so Taffy just walked in the background there, and tell people about what you have for pets.
Oh, so yes, we do have a pet tincture. We have a pet CBD 300 for small animals under 50 pounds. And then we have a 700 for animals over 50 pounds. And it's great for anxiety. It's great for any kind of disease they might have, or pain, arthritis. People have found that dogs that are kind of sick, if they start giving them the CBD, that within a few hours the dog's energy is up and it's running around and enjoying life.
I know hip dysplasia is common with dogs, certain breeds, and this seems like it would be a good solution. Obviously, check with the veterinarian, but if it's good for arthritis, it seems like it might be helpful.
Yeah, it's really good for arthritis. And I would say hip dysplasia. If yeah, anything that's painful, it's super. It works great. And thunder, lightning, separation anxiety. I have a lady who, she said that her dog would get car sick every time it got in the car, and she started giving it CBD an hour before she left, and within a few times of going in the car, she didn't even have to give it CBD anymore because it had fixed whatever was ailing the dog.
Oh, wow. That's really good. So before you moved to Panama, you were physically at your business location. How has it been to make that transition to living here in Panama, but running your business in the States?
Well, luckily for me, I have a daughter who is 32 years old, and she has been doing this since we started 11 years ago. When we first started, we were growing hemp, we were processing hemp, we were filling bottles, putting on labels, everything you can imagine. And we started off small, and so my 2 girls were there to help, and they were there as the business grew. When COVID hit, our business kind of took a dive, and we had to get rid of 4 of our employees. So now we're just a very small business, but my daughter is running the business in Washington State, doing all the production work. She does all the production. She does the emails that get sent out twice a week. Customer service, she's doing a fabulous job. And I'm kind of semi-retired. I'll get online and do stuff on the website and stuff like that. But for the most part, she's doing most of it.
Okay, so you say that you're semi-retired. We'll show people some of the plants that you have, but you are a plant addict, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
And
I collect plants.
yes. And in fact, we stole plants. We've done this a few
Oh yeah, yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah. We go
Um,
out on a Sunday when everybody's off work and hit some of the empty lots that
yes.
and look for. We take our clippers with us wherever we go, and like, oh, there's one I don't have, and it's amazing because you can take a clipping of a plant and just stick it in water or stick it in the dirt, and within a few weeks or whatever, it's got new leaves on it, it's got roots. It's amazing. It's super.
So obviously, you're spending a lot of time gardening here. Um, and there's actually something else that is in the works that you've been talking about, possibly doing some retreats. What's the
Yes.
idea for that?
So I have had this idea for retreats for a long time, but it just has not happened yet because of all the moving that I've done in the last few years, and then coming to Panama, and then also have sickly parents that live in England, and so I've been dealing with that as well. But my retreat idea, because this is where we are in Alvaye, is a healing vortex. So this is an extinct volcano crater, and it's surrounded by the rim of the volcano. So we're kind of low down of these mountains all around us. And there's just this energy about this place that is healing. It's beautiful nature. I mean, the other day I was sitting in my office looking out the window, and 8 toucans landed in the tree in front of me. 8. And usually they don't fly together.
Right.
So it was just absolutely amazing. And then, you've got sloths in the trees, and you've got iguanas, and the birds are so gorgeous. So this is definitely a place of healing. And my interest in doing these retreats has been sparked again, especially, you can only garden so many hours a day before you're like, okay, I'm done gardening. I need to do something with my brain. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to have retreats for women who are dependent on alcohol and would like to heal from that. And it would be based on a carnivore ketovore diet. And the reason for this is because I've been kind of looking into this whole carnivore diet thing. When I first heard about it, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. But then the more I researched it on YouTube, I started realizing how many people are healing themselves through this diet. So I I have been I have suffered with, I would say, alcohol dependency most of my adult life. And I won't say I'm a raging alcoholic, but it was I was drinking at least a bottle of wine a day. And it just got to the point where I got tired of feeling like crap every morning and just not living to my highest purpose. So I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to try this carnivore diet and see how it works with my cravings for alcohol. And I was absolutely amazed because within a few days, the cravings, the sugar cravings, the alcohol cravings were completely gone. And, I thought it was a little, too hard to believe. I was just like, wow, this is too good to believe. Um, but it's been 7 weeks and I haven't had any alcohol and no cravings at all for alcohol. So I would really like to help women who need that extra little bit of a push, and they can come here and we will focus on a carnivore ketovore diet and do some healing stuff because we've got waterfalls around here. We've got a thermal hot spring, which is mostly mud, but hey, we can do a mud bath. There's so many wonderful things to do here just to help people feel better about themselves.
Yeah, and also to look within for the emotional healing around stopping drinking, or at least like looking at it, being aware of it, and addressing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of
And
numbing it with alcohol.
yeah, and before I got into cannabis and hemp and CBD, I was a hypnotherapist. So I had a practice in Ashland, Oregon, and it was quite successful, but not as successful as CBD. So that's why I changed. But I have that hypnotherapy background. And when I was doing hypnotherapy, I was also working with people who had come to me for alcohol addiction to quit drinking. And I saw an amazing percentage of success with people that, 10 years later, they're still sober. So I want to incorporate that the hypnotherapy into these retreats as well.
So can people sign up for your newsletter? Would that be the best way to hear about upcoming retreats?
Yes.
And that's on your website?
They can sign up for the Flower Child newsletter right now, because I'm still working on the website for the retreats. We're probably looking at early next year, like April, May, for the first retreat. But that could change, just depends on circumstances and sick parents and things like that.
Right.
But I'm looking at April as a launch date for the first retreat.
And it'll be a small group, right?
It'll be a small group, so we're looking at between I'd say 6 to 10 people.
That's a nice size.
Yeah.
People can really feel like they're getting personalized care, right, and attention. Awesome. Well, we're gonna go take a walk around the garden and get some video, but thank you so much for sharing your story. And thanks so much, Kelly.
Thank you. Bye.
Check out Kelly's website, flowerchildcbd.com, and she's given me an exclusive discount code, PattyBlue25, on certain items. You can also sign up for her newsletter. Keep an eye out for her retreats. And thank you so much for watching.